Hi, friends. Welcome to this episode of Marketing Home, Marketing You. I'm your host, Barbara Savona, and I have a special co-host here who is just being a needy baby. Linky, say hi. Here we are talking about resident events for 2025. Can you guys believe it? I'm excited to kick off this episode because something I want to do new in 2025 is when we talk about events, I want to talk about different purposes that they serve. We always think of events as a retention, and they are, and we'll dig deep into that. But for January, as we kick off the year, for some of us, occupancy is a challenge. I want to talk about how some of these events can serve a dual purpose. They can be both retention for current residents, but also serve as a place that you can use in your marketing efforts. So you'll hear me throughout this one talk a little bit more about, hey, this one could be a great one to invite people to come, or you can do outreach and invite different preferred employers or things like that. So we're going to kind of go outside the norm of what we've been doing and really dig in. Now, before we dig in, I want to share something. This year, I have mentioned it before, but I hear it all the time, has been a challenge for so many, especially on site. I hear people in, different multifamily groups say, this industry is just so taxing. It's changed. It's just so hard. We have so little resources and we're being pulled in so many directions. And it's like you can't do anything right. In a way, I feel like so many have lost the spark that maybe kept us going. So my team and I have been working on something for the new year that's going to help ignite that spark again for us to get that spark, not just in our day to day, but also personally. It's something I'm excited about. I've needed it myself too. So make sure that you're subscribed because you guys will be the first to hear about what we're talking about when we release a little something to help you get your spark back in 2025. So stay tuned. Now, without further ado, let's get into the 12 resident events for January. Make sure you bookmark this. If you're not digging in December, when you get right back to the office in January 2nd, this will still be waiting for you. Let's do it. First up is our Go All Out, a soup tasting extravaganza. I don't know if you guys know, but January is National Soup Month, and you can see how our team has put this beautiful event together. You can have a soup tasting bar that just shows a diverse range of soups. And, there's so many different things. I mean, I think chili can even count as a soup. You can do different bisques. You can do minestrone. You can do pho. I mean, chicken noodle soup. There's tortilla soup. Man, there's so many. You could even invite residents to vote on an Instagram poll and ask them what kind of soups they would like at your event. And then have a selection of delicious toppings that complement soups. So you want like croutons, shredded cheese, sour cream, fresh herbs, and different hot sauces. And then you can have different breads, right? What makes a soup better is just crusty, delicious bread. I love like sourdough bread or garlic knots or even soft rolls. So this could be a really nice event that you do. And then, of course, as a Sprout member, here's all the inspiration. Print out your beautiful designs, stick them in some frames to make your tabletop look so pretty. I love these little wooden displays. I think they're great to add some depth to your table. The really beautiful purple hue just makes this event feel kind of luxurious, and the greenery makes the purple pop, I think, even more. Event number two is a grab and go option of this. It's a soup to go bar. So if you can't do this sit down event and it doesn't work with your schedule, just pick two or three popular soup options. You could do chicken noodle, a vegetarian chili, or a creamy tomato, and you could have these warm in a crock pot and labeled. And then you can have a couple of different choices and get these great sturdy takeout containers. You want the ones that are made specifically for like hot items so they don't melt. I've made this mistake before. And you want to make sure that they come with really tight lids so people can come and they can grab soup, they can put it in the package, and then they can add their toppings and go. You can have pre-packaged toppings like shredded cheese and croutons and dried herbs, or a few different little bread rolls that they can take to go. You can set it up in your leasing office, the community room, or even an outdoor area during lunch so that it could be, a quick lunch, or you can do it right before dinner where people can grab and go. And this is still going to take some work, but you don't have to monitor it as well as you would a full out bar, depending on how you do it. And you know what? You could even do an option where you do pre-packaged canned soups that are ready to go, and people just take that, they add that to their bag, they add a roll, they add some toppings, and they can go, and there can be a great cute message. Now, in addition to this, you could also make sure to have a referral opportunity, set out some of your referral marketing cards so that this becomes a bit of a marketing opportunity. Residents are coming, they're getting a dinner to go or a lunch to go, and they're grabbing referral cards, thinking about just all the amazing things that your community does. It's going to put them in a good mindset to actually talk about your community. Okay, a virtual option is another thing that you can do with a Guess the Restaurant. This is a really good way to partner with local restaurants to feature their signature soups. It helps to really sell the restaurants in your area. So you can ask them to provide high quality photos and interesting facts about maybe some of the soup dishes that they offer that you're going to use on social media. This is going to support them and it's going to add an authentic local flair to the event. You can schedule daily posts like on Instagram stories or Facebook to showcase the soup. Have a picture of the soup, maybe a brief description, something fun about the restaurant, and then ask residents to guess which restaurant it is that serves this specific soup. And the next day you can reveal the correct answer and you can even give away a gift card to that specific restaurant. So this is a really fun thing that you could do over a week. It could be like Soup Week. We're featuring our favorite soups in the neighborhood. And you can highlight literally 3 to 5 to 7 restaurants every day, a different soup. Really gives you a play on all the different variety. And it's a fun interactive thing to get engagement, which also is going to help your reach on social media. So definitely consider it. So this is the 3-in-1, go all out with a soup bar, a grab and go soup kind of a kit, or a guess the soup from the restaurant or guess the restaurant from the soup spotlight. So these are 3 fun ways to kick off your National Soup Month in January. The next event is a polar bear plunge. I don't know why that was so hard to say, with a toasty warm-up happy hour. So you could do this at your community pool or even a local lake. Encourage residents to show up at the same time, and they're going to all take a chili dip. And then afterwards, everyone can warm up with hot drinks and cozy blankets. And I want to just show you how our Sprout designer Autumn put this beautiful event together. Like, look at these pieces. They're so fun. The reason I like this event is because right now cold plunging is all the rage. So this is a fun way that your community could get into it and kind of bond over something that's a little chilly. It kind of gets the blood flowing, but it can be a lot of fun and really some great moments that you can capture for social media. This next event is one of my favorites. It's a houseplant pop-up. So just because it's winter and it's chilly, it doesn't mean that we cannot green up our space. This is great for apartment dwellers, and it's a great way to get local organizations involved. Again, we're thinking about ways to expand not just our events for retention efforts, but also for marketing. So you could invite a local nursery to come in. There's a lot of mom and pop nurseries in the area. You can find one and go and connect with them and ask them to come in and to do a little workshop for your residents where they share tips on the different kind of plants and the care that they require and how they can thrive inside an apartment or on a balcony. They can also bring plants from their nursery that your residents can shop from, and maybe they get a special discount because of this event that you're doing, and they can buy those plants and those supplies directly from the workshop. Now, an idea is for you to provide pots and maybe soil as a freebie, or they could even sell them depending on how you want to do the event, that when residents get home, they can right away plant their new little plants in some pretty pots, or, if they're going to have to put them in a bigger pot, they can do that right away. So I love this design. It goes in line with, we have a couple of different houseplant tips here, different pop-up event, houseplant reminders, and a great welcome. So this is also a great one that you can use for inviting new residents into your community. This is a great one that you can leave a little pot and leave them a little, welcome note that says, "We're glad you're here." So I love a dual event. And I feel that this one, when people feel very much at home and connected to their surroundings, they're more likely to stay. This next event is calligraphy and cocktails, which is a great event for those that are wanting to master a new hobby in the new year. So you can invite a local expert from very close to me. There's a really great stationery shop, and they have these courses at their actual shop, but they actually go out and they'll do this for different events. So this is something that you can look up and see if it's available in your area. This is an opportunity for residents to master the pens. They can learn basic calligraphy strokes and techniques. Then you can serve up custom cocktails to inspire creativity. The pen might flow more freely after a delicious cocktail. And then you can even have residents create and take a piece of calligraphy home, or something that they can practice. So we have created some really beautiful designs. Our team here has an event invite for the different cocktails, and then some different ways that you can practice the different calligraphy strokes. The next event is a popcorn bar event, and this is great because January 19th is National Popcorn Day, but popcorn for us that have been in multifamily, we know it's an inexpensive way to do an event. So this is a great one to do anytime in the month or really any time in the year. You can do a quick grab and go and invite people from the outside, right? Go to local businesses and have them come in. You can have a variety of different flavors of pre-popped popcorn, or you can have bags or boxes that are easily already ready to grab and go. And you can set them up in common areas for residents to grab as they pass by. This is a great one that you can also tweak and use for outreach marketing. You can also tweak it and give it away after somebody tours, so a memorable experience. And you kind of get an idea. You see here all the different flyers that we've put together that you can utilize. And then in this blog specifically, for those of you that are Sprout members, you have access to all the different varieties of popcorn events that we do because we know that popcorn is not something you just do in January. If you're like me and look forward to January of a new year so that you can get either a new planner or a new notebook, you're going to love this event. This is a planner or notebook decorating event where you can either provide these notebooks. There's some great ones on Amazon. Check out the shopping list. And you provide these to your residents and they can come in and decorate and personalize their planners with stickers, markers, and other decorating supplies. If you're a scrapbooker, this is something you'll like. You can also kind of combine it and make it a goal setting workshop where you can actually lead the session to help residents plan their year. And you can chat GPT and ask, like, what are some good prompts for a goal setting workshop? And it can walk you through some of those. And then residents can leave with their personalized planner. These are some of the beautiful designs and signs that go with it. I love this one. It really has that scrapbook feel. And you can make it as part of something bigger. It can be like a craft bar, or it can be to make, a card bar. So there's a lot of ways to customize this, but you can definitely play into all the hype that goes into January of a new year with getting people excited about setting goals, setting intentions for the new year. The next event is one of those that works great for marketing as well as retention. You can host an elevated hot cocoa open house and invite both residents and prospective residents to have a warm drink and relax. You can have a hot cocoa bar with a variety of flavors and toppings. Create a cozy atmosphere. Make sure there's plenty of comfy seating. If you have a fireplace in your office, you can definitely have that going. If you don't, there's a lot of great options on Amazon for those tabletop kind of, I'm not going to say the right word, but they're these beautiful things that they're like not candles, but oh my goodness, I'm not going to think of the word. Anyway, the point is you want to create this warm and cozy environment. I know some of us are a little nervous about candles, so we may not want to do that, but whatever you can do, we have those candles that are battery operated, but they create that warm ambiance. And then you want to encourage residents to relax and get to know their neighbors. You could even host games or host icebreakers that people can get to know each other. This is a great one to do though if you've maybe had recently some new amenities that you're revealing or some updates to your community, and you can provide surveys to current residents. You want to have a sign-in for people that are visiting your open house so that you can have great follow-up. You want to make sure that every team member knows exactly what they're supposed to do. So this is going to run very well. Here's some additional options for open house flyers. Now, this event is great. I think regularly having an open house, even if your community isn't new, is a way to do outreach marketing with a purpose. So you actually are going out, you can even give out like little mini hot cocoa packets, and you can invite local businesses to come visit during this time of the year and just say, we want to reacquaint ourselves with the neighbors and we just want you to see our place. And, if anybody's looking for a place to live, or if you know of anybody, this is also a perfect opportunity for that. It can be very casual during maybe a certain time frame where people can stop in and there's no pressure, but you have different tours going and you're fully staffed so that everyone can be accommodated. Nothing says cozy like PJs, popcorn, and puzzles. This is a great event to have a cozy evening where residents can kind of come as they are, invite them to come in their pajamas, provide popcorn and a variety of puzzles, create a relaxed environment. So good music, good vibes, again, good lighting. This is a game night is an ideal event for residents just to chill out and to connect over something really simple, fostering a laid back community atmosphere. So I love this event. I love this design. I think it can be so much fun. And again, get creative. If your attendance is low, invite residents to BYOF, bring their own friend. And this is a way, again, to make it a potential marketing opportunity. The more people that you get on site having a great time, the more people are going to be talking about your community. Next up is a dazzling apartment glow up event. You want residents to show off their style, and this is also a great way for you to collect content. So residents can submit their photos, their before and afters of maybe what a space in their apartment looked like, maybe a makeover or just a picture of their decor. And then as long as they're submitting, make it clear that as they submit, it's going to be shared on social, and then the community can vote on some of their favorite transformations or their style. And then you can award prizes for the most impressive makeovers or just maybe those that get a lot of engagement. It's a really great way to showcase your residents' creativity. People love to show off. If they're into decorating, they love to show off how they put their home together, or maybe what is their coziest space. So you can, again, really promote this on social media and just invite residents to really showcase, like, what have they done to make up their home a home. So is it art? Is it a statement piece that's, throw blankets, pillows, house plants? Have they done a really cool splurge that brings them joy, or come up with a really fun, purposeful storage solution, or kind of a unique lighting or a rug? All of those things can also then serve to give other residents that maybe have that exact same floor plan an idea of how they can decorate their space. Now, this year, we're also bringing back the Active Expo that we shared last year. And this is because obviously in January, everyone wants to really focus on their fitness. This is when all of those gyms are full. So you can do this event as a go all out and do a Fit Life Fest, where you can have local trainers come in, instructors. You can do a session with a YouTube-led session, or maybe you guys have different programs that you're paying for through third-party vendors, but you can make a big push. Have some friendly competition by having some games that create a little bit of a fun competition within your residents. You can invite local businesses that are in that wellness and self-improvement space. You can post a 31-day challenge that we've done, or you can provide an energizing grab-and-go snacks and drinks. So this one is full of so many different things. Pickleball is a huge one. You can do it as a grab-and-go where people come in and get like little Fit Life bites, and you can set up a table with just a few healthy snacks and people can come and grab them. And you can even do a hydration station, and you can also do it as a Fit Life Challenge, which is a 31-day challenge that every day they can incorporate a little bit of fitness into their routine. And I promise you guys, anything fitness related is going to get traction in January. Okay, friend, which one was your favorite? Which one are you going to implement at your community? Let me know. Today, there will be a post on our Instagram at Sprout Marketing, and I want you to comment what event was your favorite, and I'll pick one person to send a Sprout Marketing team t-shirt. It's a great sweatshirt. It's like one of my favorites. One of you guys will get it, so just comment on that post and we'll select somebody at random. And as always, I can't wait to see what you guys put together. Tag us, and I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, guys, that's a wrap on today's multifamily mix. Keep shaking things up at your community, your career, and most importantly, your life. Until we mix and mingle again, see you next week, friend.